You have probably met someone like this. The person with the advanced degree, the sharp opinions, the ability to explain complex problems in perfect detail, sitting at the same desk every Monday morning, checking their Chase account before work and wondering why their financial life never seems to move. Meanwhile, someone far less impressive on paper quietly builds wealth year after year. That difference is not intelligence. It is something intelligence often hides. Most Americans are taught a simple equation. Work hard, get educated, become smart. Success follows. It feels true because intelligence solves problems in school, earns praise in corporate offices, and creates the illusion of control. But beneath the surface, something else is happening. The skills that make you look intelligent are often completely different from the skills that make you wealthy. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Intelligent men often make the worst strategists because they spend their energy understanding the problem rather than solving it. They become experts in analysis while remaining amateurs in action. And nowhere is that more visible than money. I learned this the hard way. I remember sitting at my desk after spending weeks reading investment books, listening to finance podcasts, comparing strategies, and building spreadsheets. I knew more than most people around me, yet my money was still sitting in a checking account doing nothing. One realization hit harder than any financial lesson I had ever learned. Knowledge was not moving my life forward, decisions were. The first pattern is what I call analysis addiction. You know this one. You spend 3 weeks researching the perfect investment account. You compare Roth IRA options. You read reviews, you watch videos, you build confidence through information. Then another week passes, then another month. Nothing gets opened, nothing gets invested, nothing changes. Intelligence loves complexity because complexity feels productive. Wealth loves movement because movement creates outcomes. While you are researching your 10th article about investing, someone else has already made a reasonable decision and allowed time to start working for them. The wealthy are not always better informed. Often they are simply less attached to certainty. They understand something most intelligent people resist. An imperfect decision made today usually beats a perfect decision delayed for 6 months. How many financial opportunities in your life died inside the research phase? The second pattern is credential dependence. You were rewarded for being smart. Good grades, degrees, promotions, positive performance reviews. Your identity became connected to proving competence. Then you entered a world where wealth does not care about any of those things. A software engineer earning 6 figures can still live paycheck to paycheck in Seattle. A corporate manager with an MBA can still panic when a car repair bill arrives. Intelligence creates income. Wealth requires ownership. Many intelligent people unconsciously expect financial rewards to arrive because they have demonstrated value. But money does not reward effort. Money rewards leverage. The wealthy quietly ask a different question. Instead of asking, "How can I become more valuable?" they ask, "How can value continue being created when I am not present?" That difference changes everything. The third pattern is intellectual ego. This one hurts because it feels reasonable. You hear about a business opportunity, an investment, a side income stream. Instead of testing it, you immediately search for flaws. Your intelligence identifies risks, weaknesses, failure points. You become the smartest critic in the room, and critics rarely get rich. The uncomfortable truth is that intelligence can become armor. Every objection protects you from looking foolish. Every criticism protects you from uncertainty. Every reason not to act protects your current identity. The wealthy are not immune to risk. They simply understand that protecting yourself from embarrassment often costs more than protecting yourself from failure. How many opportunities have you rejected because being wrong felt worse than staying where you are? Stop for a second. Do not think about what you have heard. Think about the last financial decision you made, not the big ones, the small ones, the daily ones. Were those decisions made by someone building wealth or someone trying to survive the week? One word. You already know what it is. The fourth pattern is complexity worship. Intelligent people often believe complicated answers are better answers. You see it everywhere. Endless market theories, advanced investment models, sophisticated financial frameworks. Yet some of the wealthiest individuals in America built fortunes through surprisingly simple principles repeated for decades. Meanwhile, the intelligent middle class often drowns in optimization. They optimize credit card rewards while carrying consumer debt. They compare dozens of budgeting apps while continuing Amazon impulse purchases. They study retirement strategies while ignoring the fact that they spend every annual raise. Complexity feels like progress. Simplicity feels too easy to matter. But wealth rarely comes from complexity. It comes from consistency. If someone removed every financial theory from your life and left only your actual behavior, what would remain? The fifth pattern is income confusion. This may be the most dangerous one. You make more money. You feel more secure. Your salary increases. Your lifestyle expands. The apartment gets nicer. The car payment gets larger. The DoorDash orders become routine instead of occasional. Everything feels successful. Until one day you realize your dependence on income has increased alongside your earnings. Many intelligent professionals are trapped by this. They mistake a high income for wealth. They assume financial strength because the paycheck looks impressive. But remove the paycheck for 6 months and the illusion disappears. The wealthy focus on a different measurement. Not how much money enters their life. How much freedom remains if it stops entering tomorrow. That question reveals more than any salary ever could. The sixth pattern is strategic blindness. This is where intelligence becomes most dangerous. You become so focused on solving immediate problems that you stop seeing the larger game. Student loans, rent increases, corporate deadlines, credit card balances, retirement confusion. The endless stream of financial decisions that demand attention every week. You become excellent at reacting. But wealth is usually created by positioning, not reacting. Machiavelli understood that the person consumed by today's battle rarely sees tomorrow's opportunity. Survival creates tunnel vision. Strategy requires distance. The wealthy constantly ask themselves one question: where will this decision place me 3 years from now? Most intelligent people ask a different question: how do I solve today's problem? One creates momentum, the other creates maintenance. And that is why intelligence alone does not make you rich, because wealth is not a test of intelligence. It is a test of behavior under uncertainty, a test of patience when action feels uncomfortable, a test of strategic thinking when immediate pressures demand attention. What you just heard isn't taught in schools, isn't covered in most finance content, and isn't something most people are ready to accept. If you're still here, you're not most people. Subscribe, because what comes next goes even deeper. The difficult part is not hearing these patterns. The difficult part is recognizing yourself inside them. You clicked on this video expecting a lesson about money. What you found was a lesson about perception, about the subtle ways intelligence can become a distraction from the decisions that actually matter. You are no longer looking at wealth the same way you were 10 minutes ago. That matters. Because the moment you stop treating intelligence as the goal, you can finally begin treating it as a tool. And tools only create value when they are used. Machiavelli understood something most never do. The greatest advantage is not seeing reality clearly. The greatest advantage is acting on what you see before everyone else does. Most people will understand this tomorrow. The wealthy act on it today.